Welcome to Stay
and Slay
with Mel
and Chrissy
and Austin.
Yay!
Woo! Guys,
This is Austin.
Austin.
Hello, Stay and
like
Slay
a-
Network. I've been waiting
Network.
a long time for this. It's been my dream.
Oh,
We should
stop.
put like a cheering clap track.
Yeah, we should.
When we introduce it.
I
I
will.
need like the iCarly.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my god. Someone
Honestly,
get that for our birthday.
iCarly would be fun to be real.
I would love to be an iCarly.
Me too.
Is there an iCarly simulation somewhere?
like
Is like an iCarly simulation?
kind of is, but we don't have like
I
a
want to
show.
be in their little studio.
Yeah.
Well, we
That's a good
don't.
point.
We don't do like
How?
games like that.
I can't believe they had a studio. It was a pretty big room.
Yeah,
for
what
a
was it, like the
studio.
roof, the attic, or
Yeah,
what?
it was like
Yeah.
the penthouse.
it was
The
like
penthouse.
No way you
Well,
could afford that.
Austin, let's introduce you. You are a friend.
Yes.
We don't
Yeah.
just say too many details.
You don't want to say like
No.
okay.
Well, we're coworkers.
Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I meant.
Well, yeah. We won't say where we work or anything.
No,
But,
no, no.
Yeah.
but yeah, we're coworkers. We've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
And where are you from?
I'm from the good old motherland, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
The good old suburbs of
Cool.
You're our
Milwaukee.
first guest that's not from
Illinois.
our state.
I'm honored.
I almost said America.
This is my home,
America.
though, so.
Wait, we
Yay.
should have Cece on so we can have a Brazilian.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
No, we want you, Austin.
Well, I'm not from Brazil.
Well, of course we want you.
CC next.
Do you feel like you're in a cottage?
Right now?
Yeah.
I suppose, yeah. I mean, we got the nice fire going. It's
Oh.
snowing. That hot chocolate's been steaming for the past hour.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, question.
yeah.
Do you like Wisconsin or Illinois better?
Oh, I hate Wisconsin. I
Okay.
shouldn't say that. Hate's
So
a
you
strong
don't miss
word.
it?
No.
Is it nostalgic for you though to go there?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all my family and friends are still there, so I still miss it. But the people of Wisconsin are just they're not it.
They're not.
Yeah.
No.
You
It was
know-
ready to, especially in the smaller towns. Of course, Milwaukee's fine, Madison's fine, but then you get to the everywhere else, and it's just people are so small-minded. No one's ever left the state, and
Yeah. Well, I think also when you grow up somewhere, you just have a different
Yeah.
perspective of it
I
for sure.
remember my first time traveling. That was the first thing I noticed were the people. Culture shock is a
Yeah.
real thing.
yeah, it is. It's weird, and even my family's from the suburbs of Milwaukee, so it's I grew up near the city, but you'd meet some of my family members, and you'd ask where the hell they grew up.
Yeah.
I have no
Right,
idea.
right.
So it's interesting. It's a weird
Yeah.
place, but I love it and I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to live there again. I don't think. I don't think
Yeah.
I'll ever move back to
Do
Wisconsin.
you think
in my
you'll stay
lifetime.
here?
If I stay at my job, yes. So I plan to, yes. But if
Your
I were
job.
to leave my job, I would move anywhere else.
Anywhere
Yeah.
else?
Yeah.
Cool. Do you have
Absolutely.
any thoughts on the men's mental health? Oh, we've had 3 guys.
I would say I feel like you guys,
Yeah.
your guests have been pretty good.
We've had mostly males.
We
Actually.
we have, yeah.
Lies. We're lying.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you guys had the boxer.
Yep.
Did you do any sports growing up?
Yeah, I did all the weird sports that most guys don't think about
Swimming?
doing. I was a swimmer.
You look like a swimmer.
I was a swimmer. I was
Yeah.
a pole vaulter.
Wow.
That was my main sport. I was you swing upside down with a giant pole.
Oh,
I was a
for track?
gymnast. Yeah, for track. I threw javelin. I played volleyball.
You could do flips.
You're
and
so
stuff.
volleyball
Yeah,
coded.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did all the
love
weird
volleyball.
sports.
Those aren't weird. They're
Yeah.
perfect.
No, they're great. They're the most fun ever.
You're definitely one of those people that was in all the extra.
Did you
Yeah.
act at all?
Oh yeah.
You look like
Yeah,
an actor too.
I was when I was in 5th grade. I got asked to go be one of the Disney kids. You know how you're in the car and the radio, and they're like, "Do you want to be on Disney? Show up to this place
Yeah.
at this date, and then try out." And so I begged my mom, and then I got on.
Instead
And she's like,
you're-
"We're not moving to Hollywood," because they're you have to pay all this money. You join acting
Stop.
classes, and you're just there until
You
someone
must have
hires
been
you.
good.
No, I think they just want your money.
Yeah, I went to an iCarly casting when I
No
was
way.
a kid. Yeah, to be an extra.
Well,
You could have been on the show.
I know, didn't get it.
instead you're here on
Thank
Stay and
God.
Slay.
I like
On
it way
Stay and
better.
Slay.
On Stay and
It's more comfortable here.
The only screen time I ever want.
Yeah.
Aw, screen time. Can I ask a question?
You can ask
I guess
away.
that's why you're here.
Yeah,
today.
please ask
of course.
away.
I'm gonna stop
Ask it.
asking.
That's what I'm here for.
I'm gonna stop asking. Like what was the biggest plot twist of your life? Like so far, like when was your biggest plot twist?
Coming out, obviously.
Okay, slay.
So I'm like openly, you know, fluid sexually. So that
Yeah.
was probably the biggest plot point in my life.
And
like,
I love
Okay.
that.
and it didn't change anything about my life was like the weirdest part, but it
Yeah.
changed just like, I don't know, my relationships with every person in my
Yeah.
life. It changed like how I viewed other people.
Did it kind of like open a new perspective of your relationships that you already had
Definitely,
with people?
yeah. It like made me think about like what I could have done better in those relationships, or like how they could have been different, or like if I should have been in some of those relationships.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say that was definitely the biggest turning point.
Wow. So like, I can imagine that was like scary.
Oh
Right?
yeah.
And how old
Right.
were
How
you?
old were you?
In my 20s, early 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, later
not
on.
that long ago.
Yeah.
And different stages of different people, you know, like you come out to like people at different times in your life.
Well, definitely. What about like, did it negatively affect like your relationships with like your family or friends? Like, did it kind of help like show like who maybe you should let go of in your life?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like started closing doors on like, even if people like, I started closing doors on people before I even gave them the opportunity to close it on me.
Yeah.
Like there was just like certain people who like I knew
Protection.
wouldn't, you know, work out after that. So I just like kind of cut them out of my life pretty early.
Yeah. Which is sad, but
It was
you have to-
necessary, you know.
You have to protect
Definitely.
yourself.
Yeah, and at
you
the end of the
know?
day, like I felt better doing that.
Of
It was like
course.
now I don't have to like worry about
That's
like these like
self-love right
small-minded
there.
people,
and
you know.
good for you for
Yeah.
knowing that. Like you
Yeah.
already knew, so you could have peace
Exactly.
with like what you needed to do.
Yeah, exactly. And it felt
that's-
better at the end of the day, you
Yeah.
know.
That's an amazing plot twist. in your
Yeah,
life.
that was
Like-
definitely the biggest plot twist.
like
Might have not have been the biggest plot twist for other people, but it's my biggest plot
right.
twist.
Well,
Yeah.
right. I mean,
Do you
that's like a
think you
journey.
knew like long before you did come out?
It's a weird thing because like yeah, you know like certain things, but you don't really understand.
Yeah.
You know, like especially like being like pretty fluid. It's just
Yeah.
like sometimes you don't understand those feelings until you like act on
Yeah.
them and like other things like
Right.
that. Yeah.
I love that because
Yeah.
I definitely like. I mean, I'm straight, so I
Yeah.
don't have
Right,
like
I
a
don't
perspective
Yeah, and like
on
all
that.
my friends are pretty much straight. Like
Yeah.
all my best friends, and they were like the most supportive people in the world. But
Yeah.
like they're all like most of them are straight. So
Yeah, which I have like friends that are straight, but they'll, you know, they're like,
Yeah.
I'm open.
Yeah,
to, you
yeah.
know.
People are a
And
little
I'm
curious
like,
sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's like fun.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously.
I've always like, I don't know what it is about me. My mom says that people feel comfortable to be themselves around me.
I
But
agree,
I've had
I
a
agree.
lot of people come out to me.
really,
like,
you're
throughout
one of those
life.
people. Yeah.
Like,
That's
not,
so
I don't want to
crazy.
call myself
Yeah.
like a gay magnet.
No,
Gay
you
magnet.
seem like someone like.
But I
yeah,
do
yeah.
like I have met lots of people, and like I've always had like I'm so social. Like I
Yeah.
love meeting
Yeah.
people, and I've just had so many, specifically guys, come out to me.
Yeah. I
Like,
believe that. I
Growing
believe
up
that.
through life, like
I
through
see
my
it.
friendship journeys, like I've had plenty of that, and I don't know. I think it's like interesting.
Yeah.
I've been told
Yeah.
by few gay men that gay men love pretty girls.
Yeah.
And that's why they gravitate
Yay.
towards us. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop.
It's all good energy, you know.
Yeah,
it's all
for
about
sure.
energy for sure.
I mean, I don't care who you are or what you're doing.
right.
I think
Absolutely.
the most important thing you said is like, if someone doesn't accept you or want you in their life, why would you want them in your life?
Exactly. And,
And,
like, I
like,
felt no loss.
For
live by
something that
that.
has nothing to do with them.
Right.
Like
right.
I live by that. Like
Right.
Yeah.
if I don't feel welcomed by someone, go away.
Yeah, and
I
that's a
don't
hard
want
thing.
you.
Because I feel like I spent most of my life trying to make those people happy.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like growing up, like I was always trying to impress those people, make those people happy. When in the end of the day, it's like those aren't the people that like
Right.
Right.
you want to be
You
around.
gotta give your energy to people who give it to you.
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing. What a journey.
I started people that weren't giving me the energy that I wanted. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give you your energy back.
Yeah.
So can I ask a silly question?
Please. I love silly questions.
Is it easier to date men or women?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I don't know how to answer that.
I guess
I
everybody's different.
I haven't dated enough men, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah, like I've mainly only dated women. Like I've gone on dates with men, but I've never had a
Yeah.
serious relationship with a man.
you
Not saying I
have-
wouldn't. Not saying I
Yeah.
wouldn't, but like just I don't know.
Do you have like crazy relationship stories?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Not like that crazy. I feel like I've heard crazier.
Yeah.
I'll say
Yeah.
me and my ex when we lived together for a year when she moved out. So like I kept the apartment and she left it. God, I hope she doesn't listen to this.
We can block her if
That'd be
you want.
crazy.
Let's block her.
So
block
obviously
her.
like I went away for the day so she could take all her stuff with her. Like that was
Yeah.
hers, you know.
Yeah.
And instead of just taking like the necessities, she decided to take all the petty stuff to leave me. So like the kitchen sponge,
Oh,
the
my
half roll
God.
of paper
Stop.
towel, the toilet paper, just like the curtain rod, like the like dumbest things. And then the next day I went out to the dumpster and it was all in the dumpster. So yeah, that was it. I came back to no paper towel, toilet paper, bed sheets.
Wow.
And then it was all in the garbage.
Oh,
There's probably way more, but gosh, I'm pulling out of like
Yeah.
I'm dusting out the files from years ago. I've been in a relationship in
How long has it been?
3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Okay, 3 years because it was the same
That's
year I
not
started
really that long.
at work.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been 3 years.
It's been almost 2 years for me.
It's crazy.
I know.
Does it feel like that much?
Kind of, but not.
Yeah, same.
You know,
Same.
I was for 2 years.
I was gonna say yeah.
like I'm like patting myself on the back for like, you know, I could be like whenever I'm like, oh, why am I single? I like also think about how I could actually date whoever I wanted.
Yeah.
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 But at least I'm not like in a relationship where I'm like settling for less than I
Right.
deserve.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how I am. I'll only get a relationship if it's like worth
Like
it.
Yep,
I actually love being
absolutely.
alone for that reason. For that reason
Yep.
alone.
It's better to be alone than with bad company.
True
Right.
that. True that. Put that on a water bottle sticker.
Yeah.
Put that on a Billy post.
Yeah. Do you like being single better than being in a relationship?
I love being single.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm such like an independent person.
Are you like
Yeah.
a dater? Do you go on lots of dates?
I'd like to be, but no. I feel like I'll
emotionally-
update Melissa, and
Yeah.
it's just
I just can't.
you know, every time I go on a date, I'm like, God, this is horrible. Like, I went on a date with an
Why?
ophthalmologist once.
Wow.
I don't even
A couple
know what
months
that
ago,
is.
the eye doctor.
Okay.
And it's as interesting as it sounds. And yeah, I didn't last very long.
Yeah.
That night, it was not great.
I've been on one date in the last 2 years, and the guy told me his dad died, and I cried for like a whole day. And we never
on the
spoke.
date too.
No.
Okay.
Just like a couple days later, never
Oh.
spoke to him again. But I just was so
At least you were
sad.
sympathetic.
It was like I still think about it and about his dad specifically.
Aw.
I just so sad. Like
Well,
it really broke.
At least
me.
you love, you know, you care.
I'm just an empath.
Yeah,
like I
exactly.
that's why I can't be like on a dating app talking to people, learning their stories.
I see.
Because I will internalize it and feel their pain, and then
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm done for. So
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
can't. It's got to be fun.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are your guys' like crazy ex stories or dating stories?
God.
Oh God.
I feel like you guys might have a more fun one.
My first boyfriend. I didn't get my first boyfriend until I was 21,
Okay.
and he didn't tell me until like, oh my God, I don't even know how this happened. 21st birthday. Okay, like the day. So I was really drunk. Okay. And he asked me to be his girlfriend. I was like, oh, me? Like, you know, whatever. And then 2 seconds later, I swear I got possessed and I was like, what's your body count? I don't know why. I don't know why. And he was like, why do you want to know? And I was like, because I deserve to know, you know?
Yeah.
And then he was like, 35. And I was like the complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I laughed. I go, funny joke. Like, what's your body count? And he was like, no, I wasn't kidding. And I was like, and then I'm like, well, shoot. I said yes. So I'm stuck here. And I was like, well, how many girlfriends have you had? He's like 8 or 9. And I was like, oh shoot.
Oh.
I was like, but I said yes. So I was like, okay, maybe I can change
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
We did not last very long
Yeah.
because I didn't give in to his
Yeah.
games. But after we broke up, of course, you know how it is. People like come to you and they're like, yeah, we don't know why you were dating him, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like people who knew him before
Yeah.
me. I'm like, why don't people tell you that like before you start dating? You
Yeah.
know, they wait till you break
Yeah.
up. And I'm pretty sure his body count was probably like triple what he told me.
Yeah, he definitely cut that number
Yeah.
down.
Yeah,
for
I think
sure.
I'm pretty sure he cut it down.
He should have cut it down more.
Yeah.
He even told my
Yeah.
mom. He told my mom.
Oh.
Right before he broke up with me.
Oh.
He told my mom that he had gotten chlamydia. And I like told my parents I'd never bring a guy home unless like I thought he was the best. And then
Yeah.
like
Why would
I
he
accidentally-
say that to your parents?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's so
No.
crazy.
And
that's questionable.
He told my mom, and I think that's why he broke up with me because he was like, she deserves better. Like when he broke up with me, he was like, someone else will love you the way you deserve.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Not like that.
We did not last, like, I think it was like a month and a week of us dating. And only a month before that, I met him. So I knew him for like 2 months.
That's how those early
And
relationships
then we
go.
went
Yeah.
no contact. And he never even tried to speak to me until my best friend passed away. And he showed up to her funeral. and when he came to say
Men
hi to
really
me,
ain't shit, huh?
and I hadn't talked to him since he broke up with me, so I was like,
Nice.
"What'd you tell them? That you're Kirsty's ex-boyfriend?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah." But it's okay.
Nice.
Me and her family laugh about it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And I wasn't. It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, yeah.
They met
It's a
once
good
or
gesture,
twice.
yeah.
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 But it was just like, wow, you didn't even
Okay.
try to speak to me.
Yeah, or like
Well,
text
for
you.
a whole
Yeah.
year. Crazy story. That's my craziest
That's a good
story.
one.
Yeah, so one of my exes, he cheated on me, mind you, first of all. Then there's this one night
Please.
where he was out super drunk. This is like a month after we had broken up.
Wait, this isn't the 15-year-old boyfriend, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So I was like, why
had
were
a 15?
No, I mean like, when you
I was 15, not
like,
the
why you guys-
15-year-old.
Melissa's
like,
15-year-old
one,
boyfriend.
I never had a 15-year-old
I was
boyfriend.
like, why did a 15-year-old break up with you? And two, why did he cheat on you?
No. This is in
And why is he
college.
drinking?
This is in college.
Okay.
So many
College.
questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
15.
he
16.
it's the middle of the night and he had been out and he walked over to my apartment and was like calling me and was like, open the door, let me in. And I was like, no, I'm not letting you in. Like, because I was like, I'm not entertaining you
Yeah.
anymore, whatever. I was like, I'm not letting you in. He was like, let me in, I'm outside, blah, blah, blah. What's the code? I was
I'm
like,
outside.
no, I'm not giving you the code, whatever.
no.
And we had a balcony at the time, and like he's outside, he's standing under our balcony. I go outside and I look down and he's standing there and he's like, let me in.
Does he think you're Rapunzel or something?
Yeah.
You know, like let down your hair for him or what?
That's how I felt. He's like, let me in. I swear to God, he literally wanted to attempt to climb up there. And I was like, no, I'm not letting you in. And I went away.
Spray him with a water bottle. Like, get away, freak.
I literally
Yeah.
should have. Yeah, he was a freak. And after all that,
After all the shit he already put
he
you
cheated
through.
on
yeah.
me. And then
Right.
he's acting like that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Like, you did that.
Hell
Psycho.
no.
That's why you're outside right now.
No, my roommates really had a time.
So, like,
Lucky them.
question. Here I am back with the questions.
Back with the answers.
Would you guys date yourselves? Like, if you met yourself,
Oh,
would you
no.
date you?
Well, like when?
like, right now.
Right now, yeah.
I would totally date me. I think I'm, like, a prize.
Right now, absolutely.
Like, I think I'm the best.
I don't know. I think I need a little bit.
I think
But-
I'm the best.
But you know what? I feel like it took a lot to get there.
Yeah.
It took a
Yeah.
lot. And I feel like for a long time, I didn't feel that way.
That's good.
But I don't think I don't think I've ever had the mentality of it like more so towards myself. I'm more so like, oh, I need to like work on myself to be ready
Right. That's how I am
for
too.
someone else. But yeah, I also just these days I don't have like the energy to give. So it's really nice to have,
Yeah.
independence in a relationship.
Right.
And it's good that you can find both.
True.
I feel like maybe you were just dating all the wrong people before you dated the right person, you know?
Yeah, I think I had
Like maybe
so.
maybe you weren't maybe
very
before you weren't crazy. Maybe it was who you were dating that was making you.
Oh my God. I have
And now
True
you're
that.
dating
I have
someone that
been
brings out the
so
good.
crazy.
You know?
We've all had those low moments.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I think everyone has to have a humbling moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, or
I just
like
have
in general
humbling
too.
moments in general.
Yeah.
That made me who I am today.
Another
Yeah.
one of my exes, he used to like flirt with one of my best friends in my friend group, and I would literally like beg him to stop, and he like wouldn't, and then she'd flirt back with him, and I would like have conversations with her about it, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, like I'll never do it again.
I would have committed crimes.
Oh,
You don't strike me as the crazy type.
I don't think I'm crazy.
no.
No.
So why don't
Because
you?
That's
no
the
one's
thing,
ever had to make me like that
I'm
crazy.
not crazy.
No, but
that's the thing. I'm
Right.
not.
right.
That's
But
what
if that
I'm
shit were to
saying.
happen
These
to me,
people
yes.
have made me crazy.
Right.
That's the thing. Like
Exactly.
if you want to play with me like
Exactly.
that,
Right.
So she's still
it's
crazy.
in me. It's in
I
me.
feel like it's in
her.
everyone.
Yeah. I mean, Savannah has been slapped by a girl.
I've not been slapped, I've been choked.
Choked. She got choked because this girl's boyfriend tried to kiss you.
He did kiss me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Her boyfriend's in love with me.
Right. The
You can't
fuck?
help it.
I've got a great question.
Okay.
What is it?
So specifically for Austin because he's single
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Melissa.
That's okay.
and he's the guest. So when
Of
you see
course.
someone attractive in public,
Okay.
do you approach them?
No.
Me neither.
Like I'm being like
That was so quick.
I'd love to sit on this camera and lie, be like, yeah, like I'll
Yeah.
go up and get the sickest pickup line.
But
No.
I think about
I stare like a creep probably.
the last guy I
That's what I
dated,
would
I
do.
kind of made the first move. And I think about that and I'm like, well, maybe that's why I'm still single because I don't.
Yeah.
Approach people.
I know, me too. I've been ballsy a few times. Like
was-
if I'm at the bar.
I was shaking
if I
like
got
a
few
leaf.
drinks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaking like a leaf when I did it,
you
but
did
like
it.
I started it,
But you
you
did it.
know, because I made the first move.
Sometimes,
And it
like,
worked.
say you're in the supermarket and you see someone cute, what are you supposed to do?
Right, it's so hard.
All the time. I think it happens to me
Oh,
every single
what
week
kind
when
of
I go
peanut butter
shopping.
do you eat?
Right. Like I'm not gonna be like, hey, want to compare grocery
Like,
lists? Like
yeah.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Exactly.
One time I was in a Jimmy John's and the worker like chased
Oh,
me out
no.
the store,
Oh no, that's
and
crazy.
that was cool. No, I thought it
Oh.
was so cool.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
this guy
I
turned
get-
out
I
to
kinda
be a
get it,
freak,
yeah.
though, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Wait, was that recently?
yeah, I told you this. story.
Yeah, I was like,
But
that kind of sounds familiar.
I like gave him a chance because
Yeah.
he approached me.
Yeah, because yeah.
I know
I feel like you have
people
to. at
don't
that
do
point.
that anymore.
No, me, I don't.
Right.
It's always.
What
never
about
mind,
okay?
that's
So
not nice.
like when you're out at the bar,
I've done it at the bar. Yeah.
what do you say? What's your move?
Oh God, I don't know. It hasn't like the last time it happened was on Halloween, and basically like my friends were like pushing me at someone, and they were like, "Go like talk to him." Like he keeps like looking over here. So I walked. I forgot like what I said, and then we talked for like 5 minutes, and then it never went anywhere else.
yeah.
I had way too much to drink as well, so
Well,
it was not going
Liquid
anywhere.
courage.
yeah, liquid
So
courage
for
helps.
me, because I don't drink,
Yeah.
the awkward part of anything, especially at the bar, it's just like drunk guys never like once they find out I'm not drinking that night, they're like they don't want to be the
which
weird
is
drunk
sad.
guy.
Which is sad.
And I also don't want to be the weird sober
right,
girl.
right.
Yeah.
But
right.
it does make this weird like
Yeah,
line.
that's
like,
hard, yeah.
It's that's always has gotten in the way.
yeah,
before.
I'm sure. Right.
Guys
Which is
always have a
unfortunate.
problem
I
when I
know.
say I'm not drinking.
Or like not
Which they
even that it's a
shouldn't.
problem, but they feel like, oh, I'm being a drunk creep and she's sober right now and she probably like they start overthinking it. And I will also
Right.
be like,
Oh,
well,
yeah, I
I'm
guess I've
sober
never seen it
and
that
like
way.
if I say something weird, I can't even say that I was drinking. You know
right.
what I mean?
It's like
Yeah.
oh, I'm sober
Yeah.
and said that, and
yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
good point. Yeah, that is a barrier for
It
sure.
is weird. I mean, I don't
That's
go
sad,
out.
though.
I haven't gone out in so long.
Yeah.
But that has happened to me before.
I like getting drunk at like a dinner.
That's my new favorite thing.
Yes.
Dinner-
Yeah,
dinner
like
drink?
dinner drinks, and then like
Dinner
maybe
and
one at the
drinks.
end of the night, and then just done.
Sure, let's go to another bar, get a
No.
drink, and then let's go.
Yep. I'm ready to go home.
Would you ever attend a singles event?
Okay.
Talk about this.
I
Okay.
want to.
I'm so glad you brought this up because
This is great.
We know somebody, I won't say how we know them,
Yeah.
that just attended one of these things.
Okay.
One that Melissa and I know pretty well. She
Okay.
went to a singles event.
And you made fun of her?
No.
Okay.
I was supportive because I was like,
Why
I've
would you
always,
do
like,
that?
not thought about going, but just like thought like, do they actually work? You know, because like, why would people go if they don't go anywhere?
Right.
So she like told me, and she was like kind of shy, and I was like, no, like I'm fully like I was texting her, I'm like, I
Yeah.
need to know how this goes, and she kept saying like she's like I'm mostly going to find more girlfriends
Yeah.
who are like in the same boat, and I was like,
Well,
that's a
right.
good point, and.
Right.
She said it was like a fun experience, and she said it was like
Wait, did
worth
she go
it.
alone?
She did.
No, she's
she
so
just moved to
brave.
this city.
She's so brave.
Yep.
I love that
She
for
just
her.
moved to the new city, so she was
I'll
like,
go
I need to
with.
make more friends, and she went.
Tell her I'll be her friend.
She got a new bestie at the thing, so she didn't
No.
meet any men. She said
I
that
have
some
a
of the men
friend
were a
who
little
went.
questionable,
Yeah.
But that's
but
okay.
yeah, but she has a new
At
girl.
least she
Yeah.
met a girlfriend.
Yeah, but now those two can go out together
Exactly.
and meet people.
My guy friend group went.
Yeah.
Because Butch McGuire's does it like a Thursday every month.
Okay.
Like they pick like 2 Thursdays of the
Yeah.
month. They went and they said it was very like boys are on one side and girls are on the other,
Yeah.
and they don't interact.
Yeah, I heard it's like middle school
because
feel.
it's, yes, it's
Yeah.
because it's like so awkward. But I really want to go because I feel like I have this power to bring people together.
together?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, I
I'm serious.
will find
That's
one.
why I brought it up.
You're just gonna stand in the middle of
Yes,
the two
yes, I
groups.
feel like I'm really good at
Everyone.
like getting a dance floor
Yeah,
going, or
yeah.
like just like getting
Connecting
everyone
both.
to like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Right, like mingle.
I've
and-
always been that way. I've always brought people together.
See, maybe people like you just need to start going to these things.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Me and
I'm
you.
in.
I feel like we'd run it. And then,
I'm in.
and then
I
if
want
we
you
had
guys
to,
to go.
Okay.
if we had to, like say it's failing,
Yeah.
we just act like
We
like
found
we
each
met.
other, yeah.
Yes.
It
Yes.
worked.
That's my guy friends told me they
God.
went and they're like, we need a girl group to come with us. So if
Right.
it doesn't work, like, at least we
Right.
look like it's working.
Right, it's not a complete
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
I'm in. On Friday,
go.
on Valentine's Day, I went with my 2 guy friends. We went to a Valentine's
should have invited
party.
me.
I should have.
I had
No,
no-
it was not worth it. You're
I
lucky.
made pizza.
You would have wasted your time because
My
we
family.
went and it was
I babysat.
it was the most awkward thing I've ever been to in my life. We lasted like an hour.
Valentine's Day is my favorite.
I mean, like Valentine's Day is fine, but like this bar was just not it for.
Yeah.
It was like 10 group of single 20-year-old dudes,
Ew.
and then it'd be 2 girls who were like normal, like standing there being hit on by like 15 people, and then they were just like, yeah, I felt out of place. I felt
Out of
old.
place. Yeah.
I felt old.
I will say I haven't gone out a lot this year or like in the past year, but the times I have, I've noticed a lot of underage people.
Yes, yeah.
And I also start to feel old because I'm like, how did these baby faced
Right.
kids
Right.
get in here? But my ID is
It's
getting questioned.
04 now. That
I know.
like
No, I went to Electric
no,
Hotel.
but we can't even talk because at work, like we have this discussion,
I know,
and
yeah.
I get yelled at because I'm so young.
But
Right, I
it's
get yelled at
crazy.
too.
Like
We
I was
are young.
Yes,
We are
yes,
very
but there are
young.
people still younger than us.
Yes, and that's
And you
what's
can acknowledge
crazy
that,
because
yeah,
in
yeah.
my head they were so much younger, and now
Right.
No, but like
Right.
I don't know. It's
I
just such
just-
a weird
It's
concept.
weird.
like for my friend's birthday, like 2 weeks ago, we went to Electric Hotel.
Okay.
And I'm not kidding you. They were like little kids
Yes.
crawling around.
That's how I felt on Friday. I went to the bathroom and it was like
I was like-
20, 18-year-olds.
right, and I did not feel safe.
No.
Because a lot of younger kids can look older.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how they got in
I
because
heard
they
about
looked
that
like
at like
babies.
John Summit. People were saying that a bunch of like younger kids
They
were going
allowed
in
like
there.
18 and up in.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I hate when
They
they do
allowed
that.
18
Yeah.
and up.
I hate when bars do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Icky. That, yeah. Any
Babies.
rave with 18 and up is like, please don't let them in. But, you know, they'll be old one day. So like, now that we're talking about age, like, what's the oldest, youngest you would date?
Oh.
Like, what's your age range on like
Yeah.
Tinder? Are you on dating apps?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I go through my phases. You know, I'll
Yeah.
download all of them and then I'll delete all of them and then I feel like I keep Hinge. I don't know why, but I feel like it's too much work to delete that one because you have to
Yeah.
answer all those stupid prompts, which is dumb.
I
You can
know.
pause your account, right?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like I just like don't log on for a while now. But yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like my age range is like I typically go older.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like
I
my
think all
age range
people
is
do.
like 23 or 24 to probably like 34.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 26.
I mean,
so
I
it's,
know
like,
a
not that
girl
much.
Yeah.
that's my age and she's dating a 40-year-old.
So I was telling Melissa
were just talking about
that someone I went to high school with, she's dating a 48-year-old with 3 kids.
Wow.
And it's
That's
not like
one way
a
to become a
good-looking
mom.
sugar daddy 48-year-old who's rich.
Visibly old.
Yes, visibly
Yeah.
old and visibly not rich.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
the
looks
hard,
like
the
her
hard,
dad.
you know, no judgment. Everyone finds their love, but
Right. Love has
just
no
looks different for everyone.
limit. No. Love is blind.
True that.
Love
True
is
that.
Is it?
Is it really?
Is it really?
Nick
blind?
and Vanessa Lachey.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I think it
I
just
do
depends.
not go younger much though. For me, like I
Yeah.
get like not weirded out, but I'm just like, I don't know. I tend to like people older than
I
me.
think I've actually always dated people either
I've
my
got a good
age or a year older.
Yeah.
Mostly
Yeah.
like same age range.
Right.
Ready for this?
Yeah. What's yours?
So we were kind of talking about this earlier. But, like, don't you agree? I think that all my friends are just as attractive as I am. Right?
I love this debate.
I think that all my friends are
I
attractive.
think that as well.
I feel like I was blessed with
Right.
attractive friends as well. Like,
Okay.
all my friends, and I hope they watch this and listen because
Yeah, I think
they're
all
all
my
very
friends
good
are
looking, and they know it too.
And it's probably different for you because you're fluid. You like
Yeah.
all types of people. But, like, guys, like, when you have, like, a girlfriend or, like, maybe even with your guy friends, like,
The guys
do
are always
you-
uglier usually.
Yes.
you think so?
Usually.
Well, so a lot of people say that
Absolutely.
guys can't be friends with girls that they don't find attractive because they need to find
I
them
disagree
attractive.
with that.
You disagree with that?
And I feel like my friends would disagree with that.
Okay,
too.
cool. I'm
My
just
guy
wondering,
friends
like, from
I
a
would,
guy's
100%.
perspective,
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
probably a lot of shallow guys.
because I feel
But
like
then it goes further than just, you know, like, why do you want to be, like, not saying you shouldn't or couldn't be attracted to your friends, but why do you need to be attracted to your friend? Like, that's weird.
Yeah, don't think I have any ugly friends.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I don't have any ugly friends, but I don't.
I don't have any
Same.
friends either.
Like,
Same.
they're nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, same. Not saying I wouldn't take in a stray who's ugly. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not disputing anyone who's ugly, but, you know, like,
Of course.
the ugly people just don't
Exactly.
seem to want to be friends with my friends. So,
So
I'm gonna
slay
Ooh,
support.
slay support.
Slay support with Austin. Okay, our slay support today. Should I be worried that my girlfriend took her Instagram off private after posting a bikini pic? Ooh, this is spicy.
the tea is piping.
This is piping. I think, yeah.
I would.
I think.
I think
Okay, there's two things that
Yes.
are happening here.
Right.
One, she wants her friends to post it to their stories because she really likes the picture, and you know that's what like
Oh,
friends
Is
so
do.
that
that's
common?
why taking it off
Yeah.
private.
So her friends, yeah, because friends will be like, take this off private. I want to put it on my story.
Okay.
okay.
Or maybe
I can
maybe
see
she's
that.
losing interest, and she is losing interest.
Yeah.
And
I
That's a tough-
personally kind of feel like it's a little intentional. Like if
yeah, it's intentional.
I don't
Right.
know, but also how much does the being private have to do
Right.
with posting a picture? Like,
That's true.
does she want someone to see it? Like, is she tagging a specific someone
Right,
to make
right.
The
that person
timing
look?
of it is very like strange to me.
Yeah, that's
Unless another thing I could come up with, because I take my Instagram off private here and there.
Yeah.
Like, if
Yeah.
I want to tag a famous person,
I do that too.
I can't tag them unless,
Oh, that's a good
like,
point.
because a lot of like the shows I go
Yeah.
to, like the artists are so small they will reply.
Right.
So like I'll take myself off private for like a second just to see if they'll say something, and they have in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
before.
But this was a bikini pic.
Right, this
Yeah.
is a bikini pic, so it's like, did she tag the brands?
Right. But then at that point, it's
I don't
like
know.
maybe this person who's calling in, maybe they would know that. You know, like this
Right.
probably this person
Yeah.
wouldn't have sent it in if like they
Well,
weren't.
and if they are
concerned, you know?
tagging the brands, like, okay, whatever. I mean, I think that's fine. Like, if that's not something
That's
that
normal.
you've talked about in your relationship, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
So like
if,
roles
if he
reverse,
cares about that.
let's
Yeah.
say this is your man, and he just posted like a cute little picture of him on vacay, and he took himself off private.
And like,
What are you doing? Are you gonna ask him why he? Are you gonna call him out? Like, what's happening?
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
calling him out
What's
no
going
matter
through
what.
your mind?
Yeah, I'd be like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
Do you
I feel
want
like-
Not
someone
even
to
a
see
malicious
it?
way. Like,
I
Yeah,
feel,
yeah, was
I
there
feel
a
like I just
reason you went
ask.
on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I just ask like
Right.
nonchalantly, like bring it up.
Because, like, yeah, like, I went and changed. Like, I've gone from private to public. Just
Yeah.
depending on, like, oh, like, maybe I
Like
don't
what
want
mood
people.
you're in? Like sometimes I'm in a mood.
Right, no, 100%.
To be public.
Right.
Right.
And sometimes I think maybe you don't notice those things until you're going to post.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I don't think I would like take so much offense to that specifically in the moment.
Right.
I think I would just ask.
Maybe a good follow up.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe we're recommending.
But I also
a
trust my
nonchalant
man.
follow-up.
So
True that.
I don't think it would
True
really
that.
bother me so much.
Right. Right.
So
I think I'd be like, well, that's interesting,
Is it
but
about
like not
trust?
like in a bad way.
Right. Like, is there anything more going on to this?
Right.
I feel like for some reason it's different when it's a girl in a whole bikini.
We should have
we
an
should go
anonymous,
on.
like, email where people can email you in.
We should go on
Yeah.
Omegle and like
Oh my God.
under mental health support or something. They probably have like a.
it would be full of dicks.
Yeah, we'd see a lot.
Well, we'll close our eyes and then we'll wait until we find like this little girl on there that's like, my best friend isn't being nice. What do I do? And then we'll help her.
Please, I hope there's no little girls on Omegle.
Yeah, please get off.
Did you ever go on Omegle?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. It was such like a
absolutely.
Friday
I had-
night
Oh
activity
yeah,
with your
I had
friends.
one friend.
Yeah.
activity.
My best friend growing up was obsessed with Omegle, so we'd do that like together. I never saw a PP on there though.
Oh God.
Wow,
That's impressive.
very impressive.
Or maybe I didn't even know what it looked like, so I just didn't.
Oh,
No, you would've known.
You would have known. Yeah, you would have known.
It was the only thing in the camera for most
Yeah.
of the people.
I
so.
never remember anything fun happening on Omegle. That was always like, just like no conversations were being
Oh,
had.
100%. Yeah.
One of my friends actually, there was an app, I forgot what it was called, but
Vuvu.
Ooh.
no, not that. It was like Omegle but for phone calling. And it was
Okay.
like you'd hang up the call and it'd be another random person.
Interesting.
We met this guy named Vinny
Oh,
in
no.
New York, and he was like our age, but we like his accent was so funny to us. We just sat on the phone with him for hours. Like, I'm not kidding. Followed him on Snapchat, and like he ended up unadding me like years later, but me and her would send his story back and forth like, look what Vinny's doing in New
Yeah.
York today.
That's
like we
funny.
never spoke to him again, but he ended up unadding us like sometime in college, but like we added him in like middle school.
That's a pretty
Wow.
long-standing
Yeah.
Omega relationship.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. That's pretty good.
I know.
Honestly.
I'll never forget about Vinny.
Cute.
Vinny from Jersey Shore.
Yeah, he had that accent. I don't know. It probably not even from New York, but it
Yeah,
sounded like
yeah.
he was. We're Boston.
East
or
Coast something,
East
yeah.
Coast. East Coast.
Should we?
Do our little things.
Yeah, I feel like we've had a long.
Austin listens to the pod.
Yeah, he does.
He should know what a little
I do.
thing is.
I'm ready.
You're
All
ready.
I'm ready.
This is
I
your
think. I
moment.
hope so.
to
I think-
shine.
Austin.
I'm like thinking. I don't want to mess it up. Okay.
My little thing this week was I went to Nashville for a work trip and I got to have dinner with my best friend Christina that lives out there.
Yay.
Which
I
is
love
really
Christina.
That's.
And second little thing is having Miss Millie right here.
Yeah, you're really loving Millie
Such
lately.
a good guess.
Yeah,
It's like you remembered you had a dog.
I know. I know. What was your little thing?
My little thing. My little thing is one of my students' sisters who's only met me like once. We had a snow day. First, so we had like e-learning, so she was like in the background of his video, but she made me a Valentine, like for
Aw,
me,
that's
and she
cute.
barely knows me, and it's just like, aw, you think I'm that
Yeah,
cool?
she
Like,
remembered
I really
you.
made like an impact on her. For some
That's
reason.
cute.
Yeah, I know. I did call on her in Zoom class because he wasn't answering. So I
Yeah.
was like, well, let me just ask your sister. And she was like, huh? It was so cute. But she drew,
That's how you
like,
get 'em.
I'm telling you, like, the Valentine was so, like, there was so much detail to it. Like, she really spent
She
time
put her
on
heart
it.
and soul in
Yes.
I
that.
love a good Valentine.
And she put her name on it. And I was like, I'm going to keep this forever.
She just wanted to impress you.
Because I took it out of his folder. I'm like, well, maybe she made it for him and he brought it to school. I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way this is for me. And then his mom messaged me and said she made it for me. And I was like,
Oh.
I just love that.
That's
I love
cute.
Valentine's Day.
Me too.
I know I liked your guys' Valentine's Day podcast. It made me shed a new light on Valentine's Day.
Aw,
Because I'm one of your Valentine's Day
plugging the
haters, but
episode.
because you guys brought out the good points of Valentine's Day.
I'm
I'm
good.
so-
That's why I liked it,
I'm
yeah.
glad.
Yeah.
Well, Austin, this is your
What-
moment to shine.
What was your little thing?
What was your little thing?
My little thing this week was one of my best friends moved home from Texas finally after a few
Finally.
years. Welcome home. She got out of a relationship and moved back here. She's working on herself now,
Good.
and she's ready to be home. We're all
Better
ready for
than
her to be home.
Being in Texas.
Yeah, so she's one of my favorite people on earth. So
Yay. Thanks for watching Stay
And Slay.
with Mal.
And Chrissy.
and Austin.
Yay.
And as always,
Stay vibrant.
Woo!